Hey everyone, it's me Nathan. For those of you who don't know me, hello. And today I just wanted to talk about my tonsillectomy recovery. Oh, just to start off with, I would just highly recommend getting a tonsillectomy done young. Not when you were 19 years old like when I did this summer. It was terrible. It was a horrible process of recovery. It needed to be done, and I'm glad it's over now, but it was terrible. So, kind of a preface for the story. Last school year, I was a freshman student at UW Eau Claire, and I had 9 cases of tonsillitis within a 6-month period of time. And so the doctor was just like, you know what, you should probably get your tonsils out. And I was like, okay. And I totally agreed. I was miserable. My tonsils would inflate. My lymph nodes would swell. This area was, my vocal cord sounded shitty. I sounded like this whole area was congested AF. I had a fever. I would get chills, sometimes hives. It was terrible. I can't believe I even survived my freshman year, but I did, I guess. But so my surgery was in mid-July, and I had to take off 2 weeks of work in the end, in the long run. But so I went in. I was super nervous. I've never had surgery in my life before, so it was an interesting first time. They told me, you know, you'll be knocked out immediately. Like, what are your allergies? You know, just giving us tips for the ride home. So they changed me, or I changed into like the hospital gown, laid down on the bed, and they were really good about like, okay, step by step, here's what's gonna happen. And I was like, okay, you know, my mom was there, was holding her hand really tight, and so soon enough, I actually don't remember them giving me the drug to knock me out, but as soon as I woke up, they were like, Nathan, you know, I woke up super loopy. I was like shaking all of the nurses' hands, and I was like, thank you for what you do. I'm so weird when I'm out of it, just don't even ask. So, on the way home, I was loopy. I was starting to feel nauseous. I threw up twice. On the way home, had to stop, get out of the car, and vomit. Because when you're getting off the drugs that they knocked you out with, it's horrible. But, so I couldn't feel the pain, but I slept so much during recovery, especially the first week. Sleep. I slept so crazy. My bed became my bay. Like, I did not leave that bed. Really. Only to go to the bathroom. Some days I would not eat, which was bad. You have to eat. You have to force yourself. But days 1 through 3, hands down, worst days. You know, your throat would be, you couldn't swallow. It hurt so bad. Nothing like I've ever felt in my life. Literally felt like I was swallowing sandpaper, and then on the way down, it was making contact with nails. I was scraping away at my life. It hurt so bad. Water and spit were hard to swallow. And that went on through days 4 through 7 as well. Days 7 through 9, I started to cough up and spit up parts of like the stuff, what am I trying to say? I was spitting up the scabs, that's the word, because the scabs start to form after where they took off your tonsils. The scabs form over them, and they're supposed to come out because they naturally fall off. That was horrible because when my scabs came off, they weren't completely off, so it wasn't like it slipped out. They kind of ripped off the end a little bit, so it was a bloody, painful, not fun time. But after the scabs came off, it was an easier run from there. Overall, in my recovery, I lost 12 pounds, and I could see it in my face. Like, I could see my cheekbones more visibly, and whatever. My singing voice was shot for that time. I felt like just tired all the time. I didn't want to hang out with anyone. I saw one of my friends in that 2-week period that came to visit me, and eating was so hard and painful. So I lived off water, basically, some soup. Sometimes I threw food up that I consumed. It was just not fun. So, but overall, I was completely recovered after, I would say, day 12 through 14, something like that. And it was very hard. Even then, there's a lot of things come after it. Months later, sometimes your taste buds don't come back completely. Mine have now, thankfully, but after a few months, sometimes they're still a little, the taste is not back, but mine are now, so. Yeah, that's kind of an overview of my story. If you have any questions about if you should get your tonsils out, or if you have questions about the recovery process or what to eat, drink, what to do and not do, like literally leave comments because I have experience. So, talk to you soon.